Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's webinar. I am Nasima Parveen from nasimaparveen.com and I help businesses and entrepreneurs around the globe to thrive in digital economy using my content writing and social media brand building skills. So, today I'm here to talk to you about how you can speed up your content creation so that you can have amazing success online. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation or the webinar, please type them into the question box. I'll bring them up during the presentation and I'll have time for questions at the end as well. Now, without further ado, let's go into a little bit background of the content marketing. So, we really need to have understand this fact that most of the old marketing strategies, which were particularly content marketing strategies, have been based on short-term gains. So, for example, a direct mail piece might convert a handful of recipients, but once it's sent out, most of the batch gets down, thrown away, and the design is scrapped in favor of the next year's model. In a similar way, a billboard might work well for a few months, but eventually the design will grow tiresome and you will need to purchase new space to see another influx. That was, in fact, one way of communication. On the flip side, since the rise of internet and particularly social media, which is a slang term used for the current state of internet, there is two way of communication. So it is imperative that we create content that is engaging. Make sure posting and interacting when you actually have something worthy of sharing. The two-way of communication allows you to get feedback from your customer or the clients straight away. Now, this is a little about the background. Now, I'm going to get you through the an overview of the webinar that what I am going to really talk about. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about knowing the importance of content and understanding what content actually is, getting clear on your inner message you are born to share with the world, staying in alignment and get your message out there, and how you can actually identify the portrait of your ideal client, how you can actually focus on pain points of your ideal clients and try to understand what problems they are actually facing, create content daily, how you can find your content home, how to monetize your content, well, that's truly interesting, and how you can keep up the consistency in order to create achieve some greater results so that you can have global impact. So, well, this is all about an overview. The first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is what content and why content actually is important. So, content is the king, and I absolutely agree with it. And we have been really hearing this over the past decade since the rise of internet. Content is the king because content actually represents your brand, your business, your identity online. It is something which represents your brand in a virtual world. So, the more valuable is your content, the more leads you will have your business or your personal brand. For all the businesses, those are online and offline, it is really essential that you create content that is valuable and that is trusted and relevant, because the more relevant is your content, the more have for your business. Now we really need to understand this one thing, which is internet is a really big place, and it is essential that your content because if your content is not authentic, then obviously you are not going to have visibility online. Now, knowing the importance of content, it's important that we have to really understand what does content actually mean. Content is anything between a blog post that is on your website, a video which you can put on YouTube, an audio podcast, a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a Twitter tweet, or any kind of graphic or written content which shows your business online. That's actually called content. So you have to understand one more thing is that people say that anything which is online is called content, but the content should represent your brand. So anything between this blog post, video, audio, podcast, or Facebook post or Instagram post show your inner message you are born to share with the world. It should represent your true message, because if it's a random post, then it means that you're not going to get more engagements with your post. After knowing the importance of content, you have to really get clear on your message. For an entrepreneur, it is really important to understand that one of the career moments in an entrepreneur's life occurs when he or she chooses what business he needs to or she needs to go into. Therefore, in order to avoid that, you have to get clear on your message. You have to understand who do you want to impact, what sort of people do you want to help with, who is the what is the core message that you are born to share with the world. You have to take some time out and you have to do some homework around it so that it can be easier to get clear on your message. Every one of us have a unique message. Everyone on in this world is born unique, and he or she has a unique message they are born to share with the world. So it's important to understand one more fact that most of the people, around 80% or more than 80% of the people spend time doing something they are not good at. So it's really important that you get clear around your message you are born to share with the world, and you need to get clear around what are your skills you are best at so that you can turn them into a business. Thirdly, knowing what your core message is actually, you have to start identifying what kind of business you are intended to go into. Fortunately, choosing a business doesn't have to be that random. You have to take some essential steps, know what you are good at, then think around how you can turn your skills into business. It can be anything between B2B business, B2C business, or a personal brand. So, for those who are new, a B2B business is called a business is a business that involves commercial transaction between a business and another business. So for example, you can have a business between a manufacturer and a wholesaler. That's called B2B business. A B2C business is a business that is between a, actually a business and a consumer. So it can be between a manufacturer and a consumer. So for example, if you're a company and you're directly selling to your customers, that is called B2C business. Or the third thing you can do is you can have your personal brand. You can be a physician, a doctor, a coach, an entrepreneur, an accountant, a professor, an instructor, or a teacher. You can be anything between these and build your brand online and deliver your services to people globally using this online world, which is pretty cool, by the way. So, for those of you who are joining us late, welcome. I am Nasima from NasimaPraveen.com, and we are almost halfway through through how to speed up your content creation webinar. If you have any questions, please type them into the question box. I'll bring them up during the presentation, or I'll also have some time for the questions at the end. So moving forward, knowing what your identity is and what kind of business you are going to start, you have to define your ideal clients. This is something really important, and a crucial thing in your business. If you don't know who your ideal client is actually, then you are going to be in trouble, if not now but later, obviously. Therefore, it's important that you should be crystal clear about who do you want to help. Specify your clients in terms of age, gender, geography, interests, or anything, whatever you want to consider based on your business. So, for example, if a self employed entrepreneur wants to define your ideal clients, find out their pain points. If you are able to find their pain points, you will never stay uninspired. Work on understanding what your business is actually doing, what your particular hobby is, and how that is going to help your clients. So, for example, I'm going to give you a real example. When I started this online work, so I was really helping people from various kind of professions. For example, I was helping people from fitness industry, from coaching industry, from real estate industry, and from those who are in web design, graphic design, Okay, are we live now? Sorry for the interruption. And we are actually live now. So, what I was talking to you guys about is defining your ideal client. So, the first thing was knowing the importance of then getting clear on your message and understanding what kind of business you should go into. Then, after that, you have to define what kind of ideal clients and what are your ideal clients then that you should have for your business. So, defining ideal client is absolutely crucial. So when I started off this online work, I was randomly helping people from all walks of the life. I was helping people with fitness industry, I was helping people with web designing industry, I was helping people with a coaching industry. Then with the passage of time, when I worked on my inner message, I came to know that I'm here to help women entrepreneurs who are really facing challenges in order to build their business online, or who are facing difficulty to have more visibility online. So after knowing what your ideal client is, then you have to stay in alignment with your core message. And once you are able to identify your core message, it's easier to stay in alignment. But most of the people forget this at some stage in their business and in their personal brands. People starting their business from coaching industry, and when they feel like this is not going to give them too much values in terms of money, then they move towards network marketing business. When they feel like some other business like affiliate marketing is more attractive, then they move into affiliate marketing. If you are going to do this in your life or in your business, then obviously at the end you're going to quit and then say, oh God, this is what I am doing and this is not going to work at all. So it's essential that you stay in alignment. I know at times it gets too hard when you don't really get leads for your business. We feel like quitting, but do not do that, because everything takes time. Everything takes time. Building a business takes time. You have to go through ups and downs, but do not lose courage. Instead, look for the opportunities. Do not switch from one business to another business just because you see it more attractive, but find out what are other opportunities you have in order to build your business that's existing. Find out what's your company's most distinctive trait you can work on. Find out what's the most important thing your company does and focus on that, and find out what's the main reason people should do business with your company. Now, the other thing that you have to focus on after going through all these stages is create content daily. I know creating content daily isn't a really easy job, it's hard. We really self sabotage, but we have to do it anyway, because if you are really committed to taking your business to the next level, you need to do that. And you have to create content daily. Content can be anything between a blog video, an audio podcast, or anything graphic, a Facebook post, or an Instagram post. But the main thing and the main idea should be to deliver your core message so that your followers can benefit from it. When creating a piece of content, make sure you address the targeted audience. It shouldn't be a random post, because if it's a random post, then you are not going to have engagement with your content. Obviously, it will not help you to have more leads for your business. On the flip side, posting and interacting when you are actually have something worthy of sharing, This is going to help you out in getting leads. And do not ever manufacture your message. Tap into your inner message, into your unique identity, and create content around it. Because if you will do this way, then you will never stay uninspired. After creating content daily, you have to find out what is your content home. This is something really interesting, and a content home, which actually I called is, can be anything between your website, a Facebook group, a Facebook page, an Instagram business page, or any place online where you have the most interaction with your audience, with your content, and where you can have a lot of interaction which can help the audience and which can help you to get more leads. So post and interact and have actually something worthy of sharing into that content home. Engage people by creating content on daily basis, preferably. If you can't create content and post into your content home daily, then at least do it on weekly basis. Invite people from the other platforms to join your content home. So for example, you have followers on Twitter, you have followers on Instagram, you have followers on rest of the other social media, but your content home is a Facebook group, then invite people from all those other platforms into your content home so that you can engage people over there very easily, and so that you can engage people at the first hand. Because mostly if you don't have a virtual assistant, then it's quite hard to manage time to engage your audience or your followers on all the other platforms. Therefore, clearly define which is your content home and invite people to join your content home. So after engaging people with your amazing content in your content home, it's essential that you monetize content. If people are following you, if people are interacting with your posts, then they are really actually paying you at this stage. I mean, paying in terms of their attention. I mean, paying in terms of their time they are spending with your content. But in order to monetize your content in terms of monetary value, you have to do something. You have to do. You have to adapt and strategy in order to monetize your content. Monetize your content through offering you some courses, and this particularly applies if you have a coaching business. So before monetizing your content, actually in terms of monetary values, offer them a free webinar or anything, a course which is full of valuable content. I don't really mean providing them a free webinar with sort of crap content, but a really valuable content. And then at the end of that webinar, add a call to action or lead them to a course, a paid course. You can do a one-to-one coaching as well, or you can lead them to a membership site, so that when they get inspiration from your free content, they will sign up for your one-to-one coaching or a monthly course or a membership site. From there, you can monetize your content. After doing this all, after finding your content home, and then using some strategies in order to monetize your content, keep up the consistency in creating content and understand how big you want to play. Most of the entrepreneurs or businesses fail because they lack consistency. When they lack consistency, they quit, and when they quit, they obviously fail. Make sure you are consistent about your consistency. And if you want to quit, then remember, why did you start? Consistency is really essential. So in terms of creating content, if you are not consistent, then make sure to create a content calendar and stick to that. Because if you are really weak at keeping consistency, then this content calendar is really going to help you out. Clearly mention what to create on which day. So you can create content on daily basis, or you can create content on weekly basis. But make sure you create the content calendar and stick to that. Add some reminders, do accountability, and have an accountability partner if you wish to. Consistency is essential because consistency creates and establishes your reputation. Consistency helps you build an amazing brand, particularly online. Consistency maintains your message and helps you play a bigger game. So, if you want to play big, particularly in this online digital economy, then you have to have consistence, because without consistency you are not going to get the results and the leads for your brand or your business. Now it is essential that you should understand the importance of content, and then you should identify your core message you want to share your, then define your ideal clients, stay in alignment, create content daily, monetize your content, and keep up the consistency and play big. If you really move to the next level, these are the things you have to keep in mind if you want success in your business and in your life. Okay, it was really nice chatting to you guys, and I really thank you for your time. I'm sure this has helped. If you still think you need some new ideas or strategies to take your business to the next level, I'm running a 6-week mindset challenge with an amazing friend of mine, Don Betts, who is an incredible entrepreneur and coach. If this calls you, just let me know and I'll get the details to you. For those of you who have joined late, a recorded version of this webinar will be available. So, once again, I really appreciate your time and I'm really excited to have you on. If you still have any questions, please feel free to reach me through Facebook or the agent page. I shall be glad to help you out with that. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you soon next time. Bye.